In court, they've been saying that Diddy loves to get off, but now it's up to the jurors to decide if he's going to get off of those federal charges against him. It is done. This case has been laid out. We've seen the escorts, the violence, the drugs, the money, the Johnson Johnson. The Fed saying that he's using his power, threats, money, and shame to force women into sex for his own entertainment. But this afternoon, the defense, they got their final lick back with evidence that they say suggests that the women wanted all of this. I'm Justin Carter here in Lower Manhattan in front of the courthouse. This is a TSR Investigates special report, Trial Watch. The Combs kids and mom Janice Combs, they were back for 2 days of closing arguments and they had to hear it all. Let's take it back to Thursday. The feds recalling the physical evidence, driving home their case to jurors that Diddy was the head of a criminal enterprise. They also keyed in on that infamous hotel surveillance footage that painted a picture of what it was like to be in a freak-off with Diddy. They said that these were drug-fueled, days-long sex marathons that Cassie had to endure, where she was hit and dragged, even dragged back into the room after she tried to leave these sex events with an escort waiting for her inside. Now, Combs, he sat mostly silent in court, scribbling notes and shaking his head after a voice memo was played, one of which to an ex-girlfriend, Jane Doe. She testified that Diddy threatened to withhold her $10,000 per month rent payment if she didn't participate in some of these freak-offs. Take a listen.
I ain't trying to go back and forth with no woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I ain't got no time for games. Me and you could be mad, I could have a spat, we could have whatever. Then after that, you better get on your job.
Prosecutors also telling the jury that they only need to find, quote, one single freak-off when Combs coerced them by using lies, threats, or violence. Quote, that's sex trafficking. He knew that threatening to take away her home could turn a no into a yes. That's coercion. It's time to hold him accountable. It's time for justice, end quote. And for those RICO racketeering charges, prosecutors reminding the jury that they only need to find Diddy committed 2 of the hundreds of crimes that they accuse him of, including the hundreds of drug offenses that he's accused of and arson. And of course, you remember Kid Cudi accused Diddy of being behind that fire that caused his Porsche to go up in flames. Now, in the defense's closing arguments, defense attorney Mark Agnifilo hammering against the governor's case, mocking it at times, calling the evidence exaggerated, also saying that it was a fake trial. He accused prosecutors of targeting Combs after Cassie was awarded that $20 million settlement. He also questioned why no one was charged as a co-conspirator when it comes to those racketeering conspiracy charges. This is what he said, quote, "Are you kidding me? Did any witness get on that witness stand and say, yes, I was part of a racketeering enterprise. I engaged in racketeering? No, those accusations were a fragment of the prosecution's imagination," end quote. And he also tried to drive home the motive too. Quote, "This isn't about crime. It's about money. This is about money. If you had to pick a winner in this whole thing, it's hard not to pick Cassie." Now, the defense also acknowledged the 2016 hotel video that's been played over and over again, saying that it shows evidence of domestic assault, but not evidence of sex trafficking by force. The defense insisting that Combs may have been angry, but not Cassie trying to flee from a freak-off. Instead, she was just trying to take his cell phone. I thought it was interesting, too, that the defense, they tried to paint the picture that the escorts involved in this case were not escorts at all, almost painting them to be men who like to do porn videos and would have done all of these sex acts out of the kindness of their own hearts and not for money. But, of course, prosecutors, they refuted that. Prosecutors, they put a bow on this whole trial, and in their rebuttal, U.S. Attorney Maureen Comey said Diddy's defense team, you can call them whatever they want, but by definition, they were prostitutes who got paid to do this each and every time. Quote, "They spent a lot of energy trying to distract from Combs' inexcusable behavior. Make no mistake, this trial was about how, in Sean Combs' world, no was never an option," end quote. Now, Sean P. Diddy Combs has pled not guilty to all federal charges filed against him. If he is convicted, he could spend decades in prison. Of course, stay with the Shade Room as we continue to follow this story next week. From jury deliberation up into the verdict, we'll have wall-to-wall coverage for you. For now, here in Lower Manhattan, in front of the courthouse, I'm Justin Carter. This is a TSR Investigates special report, Trial Watch. Hello, roommates, and thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Do you want more TSR Investigates? Be sure to subscribe And check us out at theshaderoom.com.